Alright, this episode of Sculpting with Scampi is all about bunkers. We'll wait just a little bit to see if anybody shows up, but I'll go ahead and get started. Today is going to be, like I said, about bunker sculpting. I've got a fairway all nice and laid out here. It's traditional fairway. We talked last week about how to sculpt those out, a couple different ways to do it. I've got two bunkers here on the left and one on the right. We're going to be talking about two different ways to sculpt those. One a more traditional way and one a way that I've been doing for a while that takes a little bit more time. First one is pretty simple. You're going to find one of the soft brush tools. Unfortunately, I don't have PC, so I can't agree with you on that one. First one is take the soft brush tool, and you're gonna bring it down and hold down X and drag through the bunker. You can lower it as much as you like. You can add to taste, but you're gonna drag through the bunker. How you doing, sir? And that's gonna make it nice and deep for you. It's really simple. I do, however, think that there's not much that you can do with this once you're done. The goal after this is to design the land around it, because this is a nice bunker on the inside. However, the outside could use some work. Again, use the soft brushes and sculpt the outside of it just to give it a little bit more character. And now it looks pretty nice. Second way of doing this is something that I think gives you a little bit more variety in what you can do. First thing you're gonna do once you've already laid down your bunker is to get out that measuring tool. What you're gonna want to do is kind of trace the outline, just so you can find this later. So this time is much more time consuming, but it makes for a pretty good bunker afterwards. And I got to thinking about it when I was playing a course one time and realized that whenever they make bunkers, what they do is they do the earth first and then they put the sand in afterwards. So it makes sense in the game to sculpt the earth and then to put the bunker back down. So what I'm going to do here is use these points as a reference to where my bunker goes. And then I'm going to find the multi-select tool, use area select. I'm going to select the bunker until everything's highlighted, and I'm going to move it out of the way. So now I have the area of where my bunker is going to go, and it means that I can sculpt this correctly. How you doing, Jeff? It means that I can sculpt this and then run back and place it back inside the lines that I have here. So now I'm going to sculpt this without having to worry about the bunker automatically generating. Sometimes it just does some funky things. So I'm going to use a really soft brush here, do the same thing, click and drag. And now it's really easy to to manipulate the earth around where you've already dragged. So again, I'm going to sculpt the earth around it. You can kind of see where your bunkers are going to end up. You want to make sure that you're manipulating the earth and not really messing with the area that comes in contact with the bunkers. When we go and lay this back down, see, I can already tell I think I'm a little into that hill, so I can manipulate that if I need to. Can you guys hear me? I'm talking kind of soft. My kid's sleeping. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of creativity. So we are talking about bunkers right now. However, I'm going to be doing something a little different later. I'm going to jump over later and do some speed designing. Something I thought of doing just to kind of spice up the show a little bit. There's only so much Q&A that you can do, so every week I'll be trying to design a par 3 in just 15 minutes. If that ends up being too much time, I'm going to do it in 10 minutes and see what I can get done. That'll come up here shortly after Q&A. Okay, so now we're going to plop the bunker back in and just see how it looks afterwards. I do think this method takes more time, but I think you can have more control over what you end up doing. Yeah, Chad mentioned that, actually. He recommended that I do that. So you guys can see now the difference between the two. That one to me just looks a little more, I don't know, looks like it has a little bit more definition to it. And you can obviously raise this up on the inside. I think if you wanted to do very deep, have a very deep walled bunker, like if I wanted to drop this down and raise this wall, I think I could. In fact, might as well do that. Alright, so now I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take the sculpt tool, use one of the harder edge brushes. I'm starting from the base. All I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten going forward. And I'm creating a high wall back here where the bunker is going to end. So now when I drop it back in, I'm going to have a nice high wall for my bunker. I think that looks real good. I think it's a lot easier to do it that way. Just take the bunker out, manipulate the earth, and plop it back in. So that's it. So we'll do Q&A now. I don't know if anybody has any questions, anything they'd like to see. Like I said, I'll discuss a topic every week, but then I can jump right over to speed design. So yeah, it's PS4. If you're gonna ask about like glitches and stuff like that, I'm pretty far into the contest course that I'm doing. I've got all 18 holes laid out. They've all got rough around them. I've got quite a bit of planting going on. I've got about 15-20%, and I'm starting to crash about every 15 to 20 minutes. It's just starting to get annoying. I didn't know it didn't work on PC. Why doesn't it work on PC? I think Griffith will disqualify me for that. There may or may not be a beta out there somewhere, but it's not done. I wanted to test it in wind. It drives me crazy that I can't test it in wind anymore. Somebody already popped -15 on it. Yeah, I think it works really well, Jacob. Yeah, it drives me absolutely crazy. Alright, so I will jump over to the 15-minute design. That way everybody can see just like how easy it is to do. The whole idea behind speed design was to see if there's anybody new out there who's just kind of intimidated by designing. I wanted to show everyone just kind of how easy it is to do, really. If you feel like you don't have time after work or something, it really, if you get good at it, it can be very quick. So we'll go ahead and jump into that. Whoop. That's not right. Wrong one. Y'all are going to have to look away for about 15 seconds because you're not supposed to see this. I've got the work in progress thread up somewhere, so it's not a. Yeah, there's the first hole right there. So guess I can't escape that now. Got to fix the lighting. Lighting looks terrible. You should. I think everybody should do a work in progress thread. Alright, speed design. So this is how it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until that 10 o'clock rolls around. I have a completely flat ground. There's no trees, no nothing to work on. I am literally going to start as soon as it hits 11, so that means that at 26 I have to stop, no matter where I'm at. I'm going to try to get as much planting, sculpting, you name it. I'm going to try to make the prettiest par 3 I can in 15 minutes, starting now. You absolutely do. Might as well just give up. One less person I gotta beat later. You know, I really liked CSU's course, but I think he missed the difficulty mark if someone hasn't gone out and played it. You definitely should. It's definitely worth the play, but I think it's gonna miss the difficulty mark. For anyone who's just joining, I am starting a 15-minute design challenge. This is a par 3 that I have to build in 15 minutes. My mark, I'm going until the 26-minute mark to get everything done. Trying to make this as pretty as possible. Yeah, I think I got to the turn. I think I got to 9. I was playing with my father-in-law, and neither of us are incredibly good, and we were pretty done. That's not to say it's not a good course. He knows what he's doing. Like, it was a very, very pretty course. A little bumpy for my taste, a little too traditional, but I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's one of the better designers out there, so if not better, like best. Alright, as I'm playing this, I think I'm going to aim for a pretty tight tree line on the right here. That's what I'm eventually going to end up with, so I'll try to play this apron out to the left. I'm actually thinking that 15 minutes might be too much time. I think I can do quite a bit in that time. Probably won't be able to get a whole bunch of planting done, but... yeah, you do kind of get used to it. You can kind of just eyeball it at points. I mean, there's things I pick up on now when designing, like just different shapes that people use. Like even when people combine like those kind of scrawling bunkers, I can kind of tell like which kind they put down and the different ones they use to shape it. I'm probably going to be a little distracted while I'm doing this. Hopefully I'm not too incoherent. Three minutes gone, 12 to go. Losing valuable time because I don't know the menu at all. How you doing, Andre? Speaking of Andre, we've got TGCT Live coming up on Wednesday, the return. Els, Yeti, and Andre, fresh from Hawaii, where he played fancy courses and came back to brag about it. Look like you guys had a good time, though. Was it Walea that you played, I think? It's not the normal way that I usually do rough. I usually measure it out from the outsides. I really don't like the spline tool. Just makes everything seem uneven. Alright, rough done, fairway done. I'm a little over 10 minutes in. I've got until the 26 mark. I think I'm going to have an elevated clubhouse back here. This is eventually going to turn into a par 3 9-hole course. Might as well do something with these if I'm going to make them. Again, the goal of these is just to see A, if I can, and I kind of want to help people realize that if they are intimidated by the designer, that they can jump in and knock these out in no time at all. It does take practice. You do have to get good. I'm still not used to this menu, so I make a lot of mistakes. But you can zoom around pretty quick if you know what you're doing. So hopefully people can see these. I'm going to link these starting from when I start so that people can just watch these tutorials if they want to. So they can kind of see what I'm doing. I don't know if it's worse or better, honestly, at this point. There's some things I definitely don't like that they've made complicated for no reason. But I don't know if it's worse or better. It's something to get used to. What I don't like is when I'm selecting an object, I used to be able to scroll through the object at the top, and now I cannot do that. I have to like back out and go choose a different tree, and it's driving me crazy. There's some better things. I do like the side menu. That's nice. The different options you have there. And I mean, they did really listen to a lot of the things we wanted. I mean, the multiple tees and multiple pin locations, not having to move those all around was pretty great. Being a little conservative with the design here just to see how much time I have. Let's see, I've gone 7 minutes. I got 8 minutes left. Probably time to bring up some trees. Oh, where's that? There it is. Don't like shadows on my greens, so those gotta go. Is anybody getting sick from me moving around like this? I feel like I'm zooming. Go ahead, Jives. If anybody's just joining, I see that number climbing up a little bit. I am 8 minutes into a 15-minute par 3 design challenge. My goal is to build the best par 3 I can in 15 minutes. So far, that's what I've got. I am going to the 26-minute mark, which means I am running short on time. I should probably hurry up instead of talking. it at? There it is. Keep it coming, Chad. This is a little bit of Chad's idea to turn this into a 9-hole par 3, so trying not to wake my kid up. Little under 5 minutes left to go, and then I gotta call it quits. We'll see what I do. I've thought about turning this into a contest, ask people to Someone does have to tell me if I go over time. I don't want to cheat. Seth Campion is not a cheater, as my wife laughs at me. Recently played a course that had the greens tucked behind so many hills. Been loving that work. Or loving that look, I mean. I think maybe we'll do that for next time. Someone has to randomly shout out something that I have to work in before I actually start it. So maybe we'll save the retaining walls for next time. I have not seen Griff's way. Is it the very small sections of walls going all the way around? Because if so, that's the correct way. Ah, I haven't sculpted this green yet. I got 3 minutes. I'm sorry, one more time? Oh, no, I'm going for that look. It's okay. Mrs. Scampi is trying to help. She informs me that I don't have light rough around my tee box. But that's okay. It's a look I'm going for. I'm saving time. She now informs me that I should do it anyways. I think Mrs. Scampi is going to be a regular on the show, like a silent regular. Like, she doesn't want to be a part of it, but I think I'm going to make her. Nice little mounds around here. Something that I forgot to do is turn my plants and dude, no, she's pretty great. No, I'm not going to lie. I think I'll keep her, but I mean, at this point, I'm kind of attached. I mean, she's holding my kid right now, so I'd be kind of a jerk to leave her at this point. Oh, coming up on 2 minutes. There's so much I want to do. Yeah, there you go. Thank goodness they put up with us on this game, because we definitely need it. Make it a Canuck green. I can't make the whole thing red. I can't do it in good conscience. These Canadians are mean. Oh, I've still got to get different pin locations in there. This is tighter than I thought it'd be. Let's give it a false front. I haven't found the putting to be that bad. You gonna do that just to spite all of us, Andre? I've got a minute left, and I have not done the pin locations. Alright. Let's see here. This is actually way more fun than I thought it would be. I didn't think I'd be beating the clock. Like, I haven't even really done anything on this. It's not special at all. I didn't sculpt the bunkers. Yeah, this is a train wreck. Not absolute garbage. It's actually a pretty sexy look, but I didn't turn the plants and grasses off. That's causing a little bit of a stutter here. Down to crunch time. And it's going to do that thing where it puts my farthest T's back. Come on, get it in there, get it in there, get it in there. That counts, that totally counts. I laid it, I pressed apply, that counts. I don't care what y'all say. Alright. Gotta start from the front and work back. That's the worst. That seems so counterintuitive. That was it. All done. I got it in there. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Well, there's so much more I could have done on that, Jives. That's not bad. 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes of work. It's not bad. Anybody can do it. Alright, so I'm going to finish them all up by playtesting. And like I said, I am going to turn this into a 9-hole par 3. So that'll be out in 9 weeks' time, clearly. Thanks, guys. They got to get better, though. Like, I gotta turn... Oh, no, they were off. Man, that was a bad stutter then. Probably shouldn't have brought the trees up so soon. They probably delayed it a little bit. I will playtest all of them. So we got, what, blacks? Yeah. Dude, it actually was a lot of fun. No, I think it's a good idea, Andre. I was thinking about something with this, too. Doing a... having people like upload their own 15-minute design, see who could design the best par 3 in 15 minutes. I think we could really get crazy with some of this. Decent view from the tee. It's not great. Bunkers aren't sculpted. Could have done some mound work in there. It's pretty flat. The backside does have some decent sculpting to it. I think I got tour clubs on. Short. Very, very short. Oh, that's not bad at all. I thought those were going to be way worse. Can't putt for jack. There's a reason I'm not on tour. Alright, I'm going to finish playing the 4 pins. However, if no one has any questions, I will go ahead and sign off here as soon as I'm done with that. I think I'm kind of turning this away from a Q&A show and more into a I show off at things show. Is the designer on Xbox really that bad? I've heard terrible things from Chad. Oh, roll, get in there. It's just sitting. That's the thing, too, about these tour clubs. Everyone's complaining about the tour clubs, but I'm not a good golfer, and I'm having no problems. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would have spent quite a bit more time on that. There's no planting on that at all. I mean, my goal is to get better. So, I don't know if I want to... What do you guys think? Should I go back, like, behind the scenes and actually, like, do this upright, or should I leave it be? Like, should I do 9 holes of what I did in 15 minutes and just leave them alone? Man, these greens are slow. I didn't adjust those at all. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Might put a poll up in the forum or something. I do kind of like the idea of just leaving it be, but... Alright, gonna test this last one. If no one else has anything, I will sign off and thank you guys for joining me. Next week we'll be doing the same thing. I'll talk about a topic and then I will do Oh, that's a good idea. That way it's an even 10 episodes, too. God, Chad, you are full of good ideas. No wonder you run things. Whoa. 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 Well, your wife's probably smart. Alright, I will finish this up here in a second. Thank you all for joining me. I will post to YouTube. Good chip. What a way to end it. Fantastic. Alright, thanks guys. I'm going to sign off. Good night, everyone. Have a good one. No sweat. Adios, guys.